Thailand is not affordable. Is the bullcrap line that all these ill-prepared influencers say once they try to move out here.
The $1,000 a month cost of living in Thailand lie. I can tell you that that video, that opinion, is the lie.
We just recently posted a video where I discussed how expensive Thailand can be. And now this video is of people with the other perspective of how affordable Thailand is, right? How cheap it is. Let's get right to it. And actually, by the way, guys, make sure to subscribe, all right? And become a channel member, all right? So I could continue making these videos, and leave a comment and tell me what kind of countries that you want me to make content on, all right? Let's get right into it.
Thailand is not affordable. Is the bullcrap line that all these ill-prepared influencers say once they try to move out here with little to no savings, spending hella bread out here, and then they go back to the States complaining and saying, oh, Thailand's not affordable, this, that, and the third. If you come out here and you're trying to live like a big baller, you're gonna be able to spend money like a big baller. They have American brands here like H&M, JD. You can buy your J's, you can buy all your electronics. They got all that stuff here in very convenient locations because it's all just in a really nice mall. And there's like a bunch of malls out here. So it's really easy to spend the bread. And you can also buy American foods. They got McDonald's out here, Taco Bell. They got a lot of things that they have in America over here.
KFC, Wings Zab. If anyone knows about Wings Zab, the most delicious chicken wings that you'll ever have. Spicy, man. Super spicy. I can't have more than 3 though.
So if you're going to be trying to live like an American over here, you're going to be spending American prices because they're American brands. I'm paying $928 for the Airbnb that I'm staying at in Pattaya, and it is the most beautiful place I've ever stayed in my entire life. Meanwhile, in the States, my rent was $1,850. So my Airbnb rental is pretty much half of what I used to pay in the States.
Again, you don't have to spend $900+ in Pattaya. This is what he's just going by his own lifestyle, right? He was paying $1,800 out in the States, and then obviously paying $900, approximately $900 is, a lot less than that. So it makes sense for him, but it doesn't mean that you have to spend what he spent. There are places that you could go that go for way less than that. But he's right. To some degree, if you financially plan well and you have a budget, it can be cheaper for you. Absolutely. He's not lying about that.
On top of that, if you're moving somewhere else, a completely different country, mind you, you're probably going to have to get used to new things and different norms. And if the cuisine is something that you're not willing to get used to, that's okay. But understand that you're going to have to pay that American tax just like you would if you're in America. Just because you're in Thailand doesn't automatically make things half off, 75% off. It makes no sense. Any influencer that says that Thailand is expensive, like I said in the beginning, is probably just salty that they came and moved out here. They, probably gassed it up to all their followers and made it seem like, they were going to live the best, greatest life. But instead, they didn't plan well. They failed, and then they go back to the States, and instead of taking ownership of their fault in the situation, they just instead point the finger so that way it doesn't look like they failed. It looks like they were just misinformed by everyone else on social media that says that Thailand is inexpensive when it is.
So if you go to places like Top Supermarket, you'll see a lot of imported goods. And like you said, it's expensive because it is imported, right? So they're not native to Thailand or native to that region. So of course you're going to be paying a premium. But if you buy local goods, then of course it's going to be a fraction of the price. It's going to be a lot more affordable. So he is absolutely on the money when it comes to saying that.
These people, like I said, are just not planning well, and they don't want to take accountability. They don't want to say, hey, I failed, because it's easier to point the finger instead of just taking accountability.
The $1,000 a month cost of living in Thailand lie. I saw a video pop up in my feed the other day where someone was talking about how big of a lie is that? And the response from the person they were interviewing was, oh, it's a huge lie. Well, as someone who's lived in Thailand for more than 2 years now, and most of those months lived on less than $1,000 per month very comfortably, I can tell you that that video, that opinion, is the lie. So let's talk about the comment.
And I just want to, I want to pause here for a second. So I want to mention, look how much of a stark, contrast there is, right? From the first guy, young guy, right? Probably around my age. And then you look at this guy right here, who's a bit older, and he's willing to live for a lot less than that. All in all, he's spending $1,000, right? That is not a lot of money. That is not a lot of money. And make sure to subscribe to my channel, guys. Okay, I see a lot of you guys watching the content, but do not subscribe. And make sure to become a channel member, right? Support this channel so we could, I could continue making more content for you guys. And make sure to tell me what kind of content resonates more with you guys, right? What do you want to watch more of, okay? Is it the, racism videos? Is it the videos of misbehaving tourists? Is it, more financial stuff? What is it, right? What is it that you want to watch? Let's keep going.
That $1,000 a month cost of living in Thailand is a lie. It's not a lie. It's just a different experience. I do it. You can't argue with my experience, though many people in the comments will. Everyone else has a different experience. Everyone else has a different standard of living. People like to do different things. You have different hobbies. You have different lifestyles.
Yeah.
And each of the choices that we make in our life comes with a different cost. So if you're still living in your high school glory days, or if you're struggling through your midlife crisis and you need to be out partying all the time, yeah, your cost is going to be higher than that. No, you won't be able to live on $1,000 a month here.
Especially guys his age who are out in Pattaya. No shade here, of course, but, spending all that time in the bars, buying lady drinks, we seen that in my previous video. This other guy was mentioning that the amount of money that you'll be spending when you got to buy everyone lady drinks. And when you ring that bell, you got to buy the whole bar around. This kind of stuff adds up, right? So if you're in that party scene, you're in that drinking scene, then you are going to be well over $1,000, well over.
Does that mean it's a lie? Absolutely not. It means you don't know what you're talking about. It means you're pretty shallow-minded. And maybe you're just trying to grab clicks, like my title did. Anyway.
It's all part of the game, man. That is all part of the game, okay? Controversy sells absolutely every single time.
It's not a lie. You can do it. Do what makes you comfortable. You just have to spend as much as it takes to make you comfortable. But it's not a lie about being able to live in Thailand for $1,000 a month. I do it for about $850.
That's amazing. That is amazing. But he is on a shoestring budget, and he's probably living in a very modest place, maybe outside of Bangkok, in Isan, like the northeast, which is more of a more rural part of Thailand, or even central Thailand. I'm not sure, but you could live for a lot less out there.
What do you mean I can get a whole chicken for 200 baht in Thailand? Look at...
I used to get this chicken, by the way, guys, 5-star, trying to get those gains, right, after the gym, so this is really affordable.
This exquisite. Come on, let me stop playing, bro. And plus, 200 baht, they also give you all of this. You stick the rices in some bags and two of this.
Whoever tried those chicken stick things, I had them. It looks like mystery meat, so I'm not really a big fan of the mystery meat style you sell there. I like more of the real, actual, where you can see the fibers of the meat. That just, is more appealing to me, it's actual protein that I'm going to be intaking here. So for those who actually care about, obviously, getting the protein in every single day and that kind of stuff.
And all the sauces. Wow. So yeah, bro, all of this. If it was in Europe, I could spend at least minimum 20 euros, okay? How much is it?
Easily. He's right about that.
It's not even 5 euros, bro. This is so crazy, bro. Love Thailand.
Bangkok, cheapest, most expensive city I've ever lived in. Yeah, I spent a fortune saving money. So, chicken fried rice was 30 baht. Yeah, at that time it was less than $1. And then after now, I think maybe you can get it for $3, $4. So there's several times the initial cost when I came here to compare to today. But I think that's just the world in general, right? You can have whatever lifestyle you want.
It can be quite expensive depending on also where you live and that lifestyle, whether you're going eating Michelin star, you're doing, massages every day, playing golf, going out to nightclubs. I mean, the sky is the limit on the budget in places like Bangkok.
Here's what $500 a month gets you in Bangkok.
In many ways, when you look at Bangkok, when you go to Central World and you're in that downtown area, it's a lot more developed than many big cities out there, like New York City, like Toronto, like any other part in Europe or whatever. It's so developed. So yes, you can get the most luxurious type of lifestyle, or the a medium, and also super humble. So it's really up to you, and you could mix it up too, which is what I did.
Bangkok, Thailand. Now, this is Alina, and she was nice enough to show me her apartment, so here's pretty much what $500 gets you if you want to live in Bangkok, Thailand. Now, before I tell you about the apartment or the amenities, I want to talk about the safety and security. If you want to get anywhere inside of this building or even on the property, first you have to go through security, then you need facial ID and fingerprint access to get anywhere in the building. Now, onto the amenities. First up, we have the gym overlooking the Chao Phraya River, along with this massive swimming pool. And side note, this is not the only gym space, so I'll show you the other one later. And honestly, when you walk out into this pool, it does not feel like you're at an apartment complex. It feels like you're at a 5-star resort. And if that wasn't enough, they have their own fucking dock, so you could roll up on a boat if you want to. They have multiple onsens and steam rooms, and they have multiple co-working spaces located throughout the building, and they have
a lot of amenities, but one of the things that I've seen that people talk about, like the downside, so to speak, is that they have so much amenities, but the actual room itself, the actual, apartment, is really small, right? And so there's a trade-off there, right? Do you want more amenities if you're going to actually use them, right? But for me personally, I would. Having a co-working space, a place where you could actually work remotely. I currently work remotely now. I work in IT, so for me that would be great. I could work from there. So having that, going to the gym, going to swim and stuff like that, that for me would be amazing. I wouldn't need that much space, but if you have a family and things like that, then at that point, yes, you would need to kind of get a larger space. Absolutely.
several different lounge spaces on different floors as well too. So whether you want to just get some work done and meet up with a couple colleagues, or if you want to hang out with some friends and have a party and get some cooking done, or if you just want to hang out by yourself and just chill and relax and read a book, you can do that, because honestly there are so many fucking places that you can go, you might not even see anybody else. Now onto the apartment, she's actually in a 1-bedroom studio, and honestly I thought it was going to be a lot smaller or a lot dingier than what it is, but this place,
that's what I said, but actually, you know what? It's actually pretty good. She has a pretty good space.
It's actually nice as fuck. I think you would be hard pressed to find anywhere around the world with $500 in a big city like Bangkok, Thailand, and find something better than this with as many amenities as they have.
100%. Look at New York City. You're in a closet and you're spending thousands.
You have a nice kitchen space, you have tons of storage, you have a nice bathroom, and then the bed and living room configuration is actually pretty nice, and she's been able to actually fit a desk in here, and you have a nice balcony, and honestly these views are literally to die for. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing the full apartment tour and getting information on how you can find apartments like this in Bangkok, Thailand, and other countries abroad,
Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Like I said, make sure to become a channel member, support this channel. And if you guys want a Patreon to see content that is a bit more, a bit more crazier, okay? That's not exactly for YouTube, right? Things like, fighting and that kind of stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of crazy videos like that on social media that I could react to. If you guys want that kind of content, make sure to tell me, right? Should I create a Patreon? But make sure to become channel members, right? So I could continue making this content. This is like a passion, but I do enjoy making it though. I do love to make videos about travel, the whole travel space, sharing what I know, and learning from you guys, obviously. If you guys have videos to share as well too, make sure to send them over to me. I do have my email in the description somewhere on my channel. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.